Hey guys, it's Jonah here once again. A little bit late today for a supermarket Sunday, which is what we're doing, and this is the beginning of a small journey I'm going to take with you guys, and I've called this journey the evolution of can. Obviously we're talking about beer cans, beer can, and today on this very special Sunday we have a very special beer. It is the Sainsbury's Basic Bitter, which I believe costs 25p a can. You can pick up 4 of these for £1. It's a 440 can. It's 2.1% ABV. And the reason why I chose this is because this is the start of a journey, and you've got to take a small step to begin a journey. As they used to say, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one small step. So this is what this is, a small step in the brewing world. And this is not even 1 unit of alcohol in this bad boy. This is 0.9 of a unit. So you can have a fair few of these. I think I will, because it's not going to do much to me. Anyway, let's see. I've got to be how shall we say? I've got to keep it real. I've got to be objective. That was the word. Let's go for a pour. Now, these things look at you from the can of the from the shelf of the supermarket. These are the cheap ones. Now, I'm not sure if many people buy, because obviously you equate cheapness with rubbish. Roy Lake, my good friend Lakey bloke out there, he said this week in fact that just because something's cheap in price does not mean that it's cheap in quality. Well, we're going to be pushing the bounds of this with this, my friend. Now have a look at that bad boy. I thought it was going to be lighter than that. It's a reasonable dark honey colour, I'd call that. We do have head, but it's fast disappearing. It's not even, we'll call that a fingernail head. Let's see if we get anything on the old aroma. Oh yes, we are. We're getting a very sweet kind of a sweet caramel, I'd say. Maybe a hint of toffee apple or candied apple, something along those lines. There's no real hop aroma. I'm just getting kind of malty stuff. Very, very interesting. Now, the other thing about the Sainsbury's bitters, and there are 3 of them in this series, is they're all brewed by Carlsberg, who are obviously from Denmark. They're Danish. They're the Vikings of the world. And Carlsberg especially is a lager. We're talking bitter here. Don't mess with our bitter, you Vikings. You know what I'm saying? Sweet. Right, let's dive in. Chin chin. Here's to an epic voyage of discovery on Supermarket Sunday. Cheers, guys. Ooh, surprisingly, quite a good carbonation burn. For the lack of head, this bad boy is quite carbonated. It's in a can, and I'm getting a repeat of that sweetness. I'm not getting that much bitterness from this at all. I'm definitely getting a little bit of a kind of appley taste. Possibly, no, I don't really want to name a hop, because this is so under-hopped that I don't want to put any particular strain into the light. I'd say it's a kind of traditional British ale, British hop. Now, I have to say, 2.1% doesn't really blow the wind up my skirt. However, this beer, the taste is not too bad. For a light beer, for a session beer, perhaps, this is okay. Can you tell it's from a can? Has it got that kind of typical metallic kind of taste? Not really. But it's a very light, I'd say pale ale. Very light. It's definitely not a bitter because there's hardly any bitterness to it, but it's quite a nice drink. In the sunshine, on the beach, you could drink a few of these. If you get a 4-pack for £1 and you drink them all, that's like drinking 2 premium ales. Yeah. So for the price, it's very, very good value. It's just you would be constantly going to the loo. That's what I'm saying, just for the volume. But yeah, this is, guys, I'm quite impressed. I mean, it's nothing extra special. Ooh, dearie me, carbonation, motherfucker. Yes, but worthwhile trying. Do not walk past this one. For £1, that's how much, £1 you're putting in your shopping trolley. Get a 4-pack of these. Neck them all in one night or in one session and see how well you go. Don't expect anything unbelievable, but that's not a bad drink at all. In fact, I'm thinking of when I started drinking long time ago. We're talking well over 20 years ago. And you go to the pub and there were some, you know, some old names that are still around obviously, but there weren't half as many beers as you'd usually get. And then you'd find one that was from some brewery that doesn't exist these days. This is very much what this beer tastes like. A long forgotten brew that, because of its blandness, didn't survive the craft beer revolution and faded into sort of, you know, faded into the background. But not to be overlooked, because this definitely has its place in the world of beer. Guys, we'll see you next week with stage 2, and you probably know what it's going to be already, of this epic journey. But until then, guys, have a very good weekend. We'll see you next time. Take care. Ah.